Right, so what did I promise them in this live stream? Oh yeah, we need cake. We got beer. And then what else did we need? Fuck Donald Trump. We also needed toys. Let's see. We probably got toys. Yeah, we got toys. I think it's time to get this fucking show on the road. Hello. Hopefully, I am live now. Hey, let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay, and see me okay, smell me okay. Thank you for joining us. We are going to celebrate our 7th birthday with what we promised: cake, beer, and toys. Alright, so hello everybody. Sharon, thank you. Jemmy, thank you. Let me know you're logged into our account. Julia, thank you. Jeremy, you don't look a day past 6. That is true. Don't look. Feel a little older. Do you like our balloons? I realised that they make us look like we're 77 and not 7, rather than, yeah. So some days I do feel like I'm 77, but here we are. We are on our 2,557th day as the Toy Chronicle, which is just freaking insane. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Who would have thought, like, 7 years ago in 2013, when 6 of us set this up, that here would be in East London in a little office doing this full time, and it's just crazy. But it's been amazing, and we've loved every bit of it, so hopefully we'll get another 7 years. Andy, we love you. Pedro, hopefully we can get you guys on soon. I did try and share Zoom with a few people. It's some good cake. And then talk about toys, talk about Toy Chronicle, talk about like designer toys, talk about the last 7 years. If anybody wants to jump on Zoom, comment and I'll share the Zoom link with you guys, so you can jump on and share your video and chat with me live. I think there's a few people that are interested in doing that already. But before we will begin, I don't know if you guys saw, we kicked off our 7th birthday 15 hours ago, which would have been about midnight, with you can spin it, you get one turn, and you get a prize. Everybody wins. And there's been a great response to that. I think we've had like 600 entries, which is just crazy. Julia, you're having troubles with the stream. That's on Facebook, right? Is anyone else having problems with Facebook? Facebook. Why are you being like this? Jemmy's got it as well, which means there's likely an issue with Facebook. Technology, yeah. Facebook not working. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg thought that interrupted broadcast has been paused. It should resume shortly. Internet. Or maybe I've got really shit. Oh man. Oh man. Facebook hates me, yes. Oh, it says, Helen says it's working now. Sarah, I don't hate you either. I absolutely love you. I've got my little Sarah. This is Sarah Booze. Sarah Booze is work that I drunk bought the other day to support her, which is the best thing in the world, supporting friends while you're drunk. So please continue to do that. Find friends that are selling their work, have a few beers, and buy their shit. Seems to be one or the other. Stop watching both, Donna. Just watch one. Stop being greedy. Stop being greedy. That's what I'm going to say. Just watch one, and hopefully one will work. What was I saying before? Let me show you that, because I can do that. Look. So we're on the Toy Chronicle website, toychronicle.com. Scroll on down, and you'll see the Toy Chronicle birthday post. Have a little click in there. Or maybe it is my internet. There we go. Oh, you don't need to see all those. I don't need all those points. Alright. See, if you scroll down, game that we've put into website. Who else is doing that? I don't think anyone else is doing that. We're doing it though. Click on play. Little spinner. And then it'll pop up. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner in this game. Congratulations. I've won a TTC shop voucher. I don't know what the voucher is, percent voucher in there for the TTC shop. Basically, the email address that you use to play this game, you'll receive an email in the next couple of minutes. And within that email will be the voucher. So then when you go onto the TTC shop, you can use that to see what the voucher's worth, then spend some money. I can buy some more beer, I can buy some more cake. Easy, innit? Jades, you're watching on both. Go back. Actually, we can, now that I've done all that. So, Lee, that's all we ever do, mate. Since day one, 2013, we've just got our mindset of like doing things completely different to everybody else, because if everybody else is doing it, then we should do something. That's what we do, but we also try and change things. And it's worked with the blog, so let's do it with the TTC show. You owe me some pictures. I want to see pictures by the end of this stream. I want to see what the shit's going on. I can actually share the chat so people can actually hopefully now you should be able to see the chat as well. Oh, here we go. Zoom with one. Transition. Hello, mister. Can you hear me, Andy? I'm guessing not. I can see your face. Just can't hear you. Maybe if I... I can see your face. Oh, now I can hear my... Just can't hear you. Hello, mister. Can you hear me, Andy? Maybe if I... I'm guessing not. I can see your face. Oh, now I can hear my... I can see your face. Hello, mister. I can't hear you. Can you hear me, Andy? Maybe if I... Right. Maybe if I... I'm guessing not. Why can I see... I can hear myself a million times. Oh. Right. Maybe if I... I'm guessing not. Oh wait. All right. Can't hear myself now, so that's good. Now I just can't hear Andy. Oh, Andy. Oh, Facebook's a piece of shit. I try and do crazy things, and here we are. You're looking well, Andy. Can you hear me? I'm guessing not. Oh, you got toys. Why don't I have toys? Oh, I do have toys. I have shitloads of toys. Oh, why is this? How did we sort it out with? Can anyone remember what we did when Teresa was on? I feel like we did something. And I forget. Alright. I'm gonna admit Pedro. Gallery. No, we got Pedro now. We just don't have any sound. Hide selfie. Alright. Technology, yeah. Well, the thing is, I think that's what I need to do. Let's have a look. Audio. Oh wait. Add source. Done. No, that definitely hasn't worked. Potato filler. Yeah, why? If they all had potatoes, they'd be fine.
Man, I mean, Gary looks like my grandpa trying to use it.
Right, I think I might.
Just click on the icon with the microphone, grandpa.
I think. Did I get it sorted? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So he can fucking hear us.
I can hear you guys now. You can hear me. I think they can hear you guys because people are saying it's working. No, you can still talk bollocks about me. That's fine.
Fuck off.
Everybody can hear everybody, and it's 3 p.m. and we're dropping f-bombs all over the place. Hey, Pedro, Andy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Boo, we're all here. This is pretty much the Toy Chronicle in the current format. Obviously, there's people out there that Andy in Nottingham. You've just gone into tier 3 lockdown.
Yeah, tier 3, mate.
And Pedro, you're still in Portugal.
Yeah, currently I'm in Lisbon, and yeah, I'm on lockdown as well. Well, not quite really, but we're getting there to the second lockdown. So yeah, things are pretty much weird all over the place. So.
Hold on, Gary, how many screens have you got on, man?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can hear Ash, but I don't know whether I've just got crappy internet or not. But
Okay.
It's quite possible.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, but I don't know whether I've just got the crappy internet or not. But
now I can hear myself
so
again.
We're not supposed to drop F-bombs, like, oh, right?
No, we could drop it. I mean, you can. I don't think that's a massive problem.
I can hear myself. Yeah, me too. No, we could drop it. I mean, you can.
Let's drop them, Andy.
Alright, maybe that'll help. Can you still hear me?
I'm trying to read everyone's comment.
Comments are just like, you're all dickheads, basically. We can't.
Donna's here. Everyone's here. Sam's here.
Comments are just like, you're all dickheads, basically. You can't.
I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's.
Sarah's here.
Oh, someone's saying that on YouTube it's better, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's.
Oh, why can I hear myself? Right, it's definitely not that.
Maybe drinking too much. That's why the settings are full.
I wish. I need to drink more just to get me through this technology faux pas. Right.
Gary, you know, in your Zoom setup.
I wish.
Yeah.
I need to drink more just to get this technology faux pas.
Yeah. In Zoom, what do I need to change?
I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't see your screen, but I can see you on Facebook.
Yeah, because I'm not sharing my video on Zoom because I've got a camera over here and I'm not over here.
Your screen on Zoom is blank.
Yeah, on Zoom it will be.
I'm not sharing my video on Zoom because I've got a camera over here.
Oh, okay. Smart house.
Have you guys got the stream open? Maybe if you've got the stream open on it, mute it. Someone, yeah. Go to Zoom and mute it. Not the Zoom, sorry, the stream.
If you've got the stream open on the mute it. Someone.
Oh.
On
Oh.
the stream.
Yeah, the actual stream.
It always has been.
Me getting
Okay, so yeah,
YouTube can hear.
Oh my god.
So the Facebook one needs to be muted. That's all it needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Hey, anyway, happy anniversary. Love you all.
I know it's been crazy, right? 7 years. I don't even know how we managed to get here, but we did.
I can't. Pedro, you joined 4 years ago? 5
I
years?
think, yeah. I was actually yesterday when I was writing, you know, or when I finish my work from home. So one thing that I think we all do when writing about stuff is like searching on our own blog on the Toy Chronicle about like past releases regarding that something from Planet X Asia, no Planet X. And then I realized I made a post about something 4 years ago, and then it hit me. Like, I've been with you guys like for 3 years now.
It seems long.
Yeah. It actually does seem longer. Yeah, you're correct. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I never thought I will be like writing so. I don't know. So much and so consistently, you know, about toys for this long. To tell you the truth, you know. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm not going to stop anytime soon. Like right now, it's too late to stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too late. I mean, there's some years where I just think, you know what, I'm writing up. But then you get good comments, you know, from our readers and our viewers and what we've built up over the past 7 years. Even artists, like people who need help. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
You know, TTC was always we back the small guys and then watch them grow.
Yeah.
I think that's what, you know, makes us different. Like we go and actually find hidden gems.
Yeah.
And watch them grow.
Yeah.
They've got an ego and you know.
To help help it. You know, you're dealing with artists, so eventually, yeah.
Or even brands, brands get bigger and don't want to know you're in it.
Well, that's a great point, Andy, because I think we're like we write almost every day, right?
Yeah.
So one thing that is cool to see is like the evolution or the progress that the brands and the artists, I think, progressing. Is that a word in English? They themselves don't realize what they are progressing, but we have like this view from the outside because we are with them every single day. So you really can tell when the mood changes, when they change attitudes, they change marketing strategies, they change focus, they change aesthetics, and that's a really cool part of writing about toys every day, to see like this shift change of aesthetics, of moods, and marketing strategies and whatnot. That's really things were changing in the way that Sofubi was not that popular yet. I mean, in Europe and overseas experience, all these changes and stuff. It's cool. I'm rambling.
No,
Sorry,
it's good. I mean, people shifting trends and definitely hype artists a bit. It's nice to see there's positives and there's negatives, but you know, when your community this small, you always kind of want growth, but in a stable way.
Yeah.
And now with COVID, it's like everyone's gonna flip something just then, make ends meet. So the game's out there right now, but there's just so much right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
From to kaiju to resin to bootleg, bootleg's making a resurgence. Kaiju's coming here, so yeah, bits and bobs, and then you got quicks.
Yeah. Right now it's exploding or exploded already. Everyone's into that.
At least he's still humble. At least he's humble and.
That's right. Real talk, man. But it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you agree with that early cause craze. I mean, even before the open edition ones, the early craze, when the first when the first companion started to appear. So we can kind of find some similitudes, common ground. How do you say it in English?
And now, I don't know, I think, of course, the buzz is still there, but I don't think it's as big as a couple of years back, when the opening editions really dropped.
Yeah.
I think that was a timeline to be remembered, to be fair.
I have one popular that I think the open editions were a smart move. To tell the truth, that's my opinion about those open editions.
Well, it opened up the game, and a lot of people got paid, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure, man. And I mean, you have to think outside of the box. You have to keep coming with new concepts and ideas, not just like dwell on the old ones. And
Crazy.
yeah, it's music from guitar and actually I got a couple one, but it has this regular 15 show, right? start my office program with that. So on the front, yeah, but this one, Bruzy, it's a really. I became friends with Zikari, and I know that he put on
Okay, you have loads on display.
yeah, I think it really works well as a blank. It has a really nice size. It's one of my favorite pieces so far.
What's Gary got?
Yeah.
Then, as Gary bought, what's in delivery this week, then, Gary?
Oh, I've had quite a few deliveries this week, but I don't know if you can hear Andy and Pedro, but I think everybody else can hear. Is that the rain coming down is like hailing on the window above me. It's just insane. Like for like 5 minutes, I couldn't hear what you guys were saying because it was so loud. But it was. I think it might have passed now. I'm hoping. But yeah, the RX-7 Slave to the Siren, the new colorway came in. The Gary Baseman bloody Aru came in. Your favourite?
How many months is that?
Oh, it took a while to get out of LA. Yeah, that was far too long, but we've got them now, and people are now that we're putting them online. People are buying them again. So,
guys, it's a no-brainer. If you're a collector, you have to own it. You have to own some kind of Gary.
Andy, I don't know if I can show you the. If you can see the stream, actually the lights.
I can't see the video. The video is stuttering. Should I click off Facebook? Let me click off Facebook and go on YouTube, and I can see you, right?
I think because the storm's in. I think the Wi-Fi's shit. I think that's what's causing. Although I've had problems with Wi-Fi before, so we don't know.
That's Andy's favorite piece.
It's Andy's. Can you see the
Yeah.
gargling for a 5-inch resin? I mean, it's heavy as fuck. It really is. Obviously, it's got magnets in as well with the helmet.
Oh no, I hate that thing. I'm sorry, Gary. I've just logged onto YouTube right now and I'm looking at it. That is the shittest piece I've ever seen.
It's not that. It's not that
I
bad.
can't believe how many you've sold. Gary, you have sold so many of those shit things. It's not as bad as I make out to be, right? But when I saw this, I was like, I'm not wasting 25 minutes writing about this thing.
Actually, you know what?
But loads of people like it.
I know, but I think I'm gonna get one just because that piece is like so hated by Andy from the Thai Chronicle, you know. That's one big selling point is like the piece that Andy hates the most, man.
No.
That's
but you all know I like girly shit, like stuff, kaijus, but that, no. That's why I left it to Gary to write up.
But the thing is, it's quite kaiju in itself in terms of like the massive sort of.
I just don't like the pose. I don't know.
Yeah, but it feels good as well. All the spikes.
I'm triggered.
I mean, you know that.
Don't try to sell it. I ain't buying.
It looks like a dude over 30 with skinny jeans. You know.
That's what I mean. But it's sold well. Loads of people like it.
Yeah, and there's different colours as well. There's the rhinoceros. There's the bunny. There's your favourite, Andy.
What?
The battle damaged.
This one was the blood one. It was like someone bukkake on the figure. The blood one.
But look at the.
Someone just jizzed blood all over it.
And you had the it's like a little hand grenade. Like it's.
They went from a sick toy to that one. Like,
no.
You're supposed to get better, but it's just even worse. Their first toy was brilliant, and then they came out with that one.
I feel it. But
I mean, it's not bad. It's not. It's not my taste. Like, I just would. Look, the panda one's the worst, right?
Yeah.
Panda one. You said the battle damage one.
The blooded.
Yeah.
That battle damage. Oh my god.
But it's so well crafted. Like when you actually see it, like in terms of like the helmet fits perfectly. It's all magnetized. Like each of the spikes is perfectly sculpted. It just and it feels really good. It's got some real weight to it. Like,
Alright, Gary. Let me ask you one question, right? If you weren't selling these, yeah, would you say the same thing?
if I was to
Look, he's on mute in retail.
probably not because I don't. You see things and you think, it don't work. You get it into hand and it's a completely different thing. And I think this is one of those things that.
Taking the piss, man.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're cute. They like chunky.
No,
Everyone
not as
likes
bad as
chunky toys, man. Everyone likes chunky toys,
No.
right?
honestly, everyone's got personal preference, but those feet, look how big those feet are.
Yeah.
Look how long.
Exactly.
They're longer than my ping pong.
That's my issue with the sculpt. It's the leg and the feet. They don't. For me personally, they don't fit in. You know. It's
But I think the feet,
they
it's to sort of handle the
they
weight.
belong to another figure. You know. Yeah.
It's to handle the weight.
I'm happy for them, because they are selling, and I know that they're selling, and a lot of collectors like them. So, you know, let's move on to the next subject.
Yeah. Let's talk about. What are you guys doing on Friday? Let's grab some beers.
I'm freaking working, man.
He's always working.
I'm just
Oh.
How's the restaurant business?
Got something to announce. So whoever is after, well, they sold out. The pre-order sold out at TTC last year. They've reserved some kind of allotment, so they're going to be releasing those for a few retailers. But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
I don't know about it because I'm on this.
Very peaceful.
Oh, but I thought that it might be bigger. Hopefully it stands out and even opened it yet. It arrived this morning. So, yeah, been a year in the making. But yeah, looks good. For now.
You have a new beanie. It's from that what do you call it? Rip and Dip.
Yeah, Rip and
Looks
Dip.
great on you.
Did you see the Rip and Dip rip-off of Claws?
Oh yeah. Actually, we talked about it. I loved it. Everyone was like, "Not so you can do this rip-off of a rip-off." Oh, pop art.
Love a bit of drama.
Yeah, who doesn't?
What else is happening then this week? Apart from our anniversary. How's the Halloween contest going?
Well, we're almost into
Just he went really deep and personal with the were not
That deep.
yeah.
Like, especially fans, it really, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I think even from him for himself, he got the chance to put his life in perspective, if that it makes sense, and to put in this one place all his journey to become this artist that he is right now. You know?
Sure.
And that's priceless. You know, we have this place where his life story, and that's impressive. I think and that's valuable content. So yeah, for me, I think it was my favorite moment on the Taekwondo.
I remember it is because I said something quite constructive criticism, and I got blasted online for it, and that was like probably the first year of TTC.
Okay.
And I can never ever forget that, ever. So yeah, it was quite of a eye-watering moment.
Okay.
If Gary can hear, he totally knows which article it is.
I
It's a beautiful piece. But
I think we're still going on Zoom, but I feel like it might have stopped on Facebook.
Bootlegs and stuff. I bought this from Jumbo Megatron.
nice.
Yeah, because I love.
How many has it released?
I'm not sure, but you can check on the blog. So we've been writing about him, I think,
Yeah.
pretty much on a regular basis. Yeah, and I just got this a couple of months ago. It's kind of coming up, but yeah. So it's like a crossover: MF Doom and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's Donatello. Yeah, these are quite
So
nice. Love it. Yeah, if you're into this kind of shit.
I love the artwork as well.
Yeah,
Artwork
man.
on the back.
It's pretty on point. It really looks like those playmates from back in the day. You know,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
yeah, yeah. It's a really really cool crossover. So I'm really proud of this one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, sure.
Have you seen, Flab Slab?
Yeah.
You know, Jeff, he's got these containers, Perspex containers that you can put your figures inside with the card.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, good. He's put a link of where he got him from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen
Really?
those. Where you get those? Like on AliExpress or something?
I'm not sure. He's put a link in where he's got it, so just go on Flab Slab or Jeff's Facebook and you can check it out. But it's pretty good, yeah. Really, really good. For sure. What's let's have a look. I think YouTube is. Oh no, Gary's still live.
I think it's just everything's gone.
So all the streams are done, right?
I can see Gary moving his fingers on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm live by myself, just disappointed in me.
Just sad in the corner.
Oh, I think.
Like Donna's typing on
Yeah.
He can hear you, but they can't see you.
Us, which is the main thing.
Yeah.
All right, let me try and figure this shit out.
Oh. Yeah, they said YouTube's doing better than Facebook or. Have you streamed it to Instagram?
No.
So just Twitch, yeah.
Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
But yeah, I think it's better when I think the stream's going better when it's on YouTube. That's what people are saying. Donna, Kyle, Julia, Sam, Donna. I think it's Donna. It's D Spencer. That's Donna, right?
Yeah, Donna. Yeah. I don't know whether it's a storm. I don't know whether it's Wi-Fi. It's just.
It might be Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi's quite crap as well. So.
Yeah, maybe steal it from some company next door.
Maybe I need to. So it's just me by myself now. We can still hear you guys. We just can't see. We just can't see your faces for some reason.
That bastard.
But it does sound like the storm's passed, so maybe that has helped. But I just don't know.
Yeah, Sam says it's better. It's pretty stable. Like it's not streaming 3 videos. So it's probably my internet anyway. Like put on YouTube now.
It shouldn't be, man, because it's Gary is streaming it, so.
No, Gary's got like software in it, so it streams on like different platforms.
Yeah, it should all stream, but I don't know whether my Wi-Fi would stop that. But it seems like now that it's just my video, the guys can hear you, which is good, so you can keep on talking. But they just can't see your face. So I've just. So
what's the plans for today then? Because I've got work in like 10 minutes.
Are you working today? Oh, that's.
Yeah.
You should take the live stream.
Monday's off, mate.
Why is...
Kyle goes, why is Gary naked on my video, bro? He wishes that you're naked.
So now we can play this game. So guys, I have here, I'm gonna share my screen with you. I'm gonna share some pictures of Andy and Gary naked. So on this one, you can see Andy on top of Gary. They're both naked. Are you guys seeing this? Oh, you're not. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That is a shame. No one needs to see that. Anyway.
Those things,
but yeah, guys. So let me just quickly wrap this up before Andy has to go to work, and I have to go back to the coding as well too. The thing is, guys, I'm really, really proud of being part of this team, and it's been quite a journey, and I think we have a bright future ahead of us, because we have 2 things. We have friendship, and we have this love for art, I think, above all. And yeah, so you can keep counting on us to share with you, well, not only the mainstream news, but as Andy was saying, I think the thing that makes us unique is that we always try and search for that underdog artist, for that independent company, and no matter how big the Chronicle gets, we will always be doing that, and I think that's the main thing that sets us apart from the rest. Really,
So,
that's my
we don't like to see, I mean, we always like to find something that we don't see every day. So,
yeah, yeah,
try and hunt for the next best thing, or someone deserves a little bit of a spotlight.
yeah.
Oh
For
yeah.
me personally, it's like when I see some shit that I like, I always write about it. Or even some artist that I think has this really great potential to grow, or I mean, not even potential. For me, it's like when he has a really strong vision of his work or her work or whatever, and yeah, and you have to write about it because. I think our mission is really to provide this communication from artists to the world.
Yeah.
That's my personal point of view.
For sure. I think these couple of years though, like we get more inquiries of like artists or people who want to express their work through, a designer toy or art toy or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they want some tips on like how to get it shown. I think these are what spurs us on. They come to us for points and tips, and we're not, the brains behind it, but at least that we've been in the game for so long, we kind of know what works and what doesn't need to work, and how to refine things. So it's a nice feeling. Other people are relying on us, and sometimes we haven't got that kind of time because we spend it on personal life and shit happens. But at the end of the day, we're all here for one thing: is art.
Yeah. Oh yeah, completely.
That's it, man. That's it. And I love you guys.
I love you too.
It's nice to
Thank
see
you,
your face.
everyone, tuning in today and all over the past 7 years. Stuck with us. Give us all the motivation that we need. And yeah.
You need to go do some work now, Andy. You need to cook some dinner.
Aye. I'm gonna love you and leave you with Gary and Pedro for a while.
Yeah, I'm leaving as well. I'm leaving with Andy. I'm gonna be a chef assistant right now.
Sweet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for a quick break. I'm gonna put it onto transmission, and then I'll be back in 2 minutes. But thank you, Andy. Thank you, Pedro.
Love you and leave you.
Love
Peace.
you.
Love you guys, and see you on the other.
Hello, I am back. I was able to get a delivery, take a leak, get a new beer. Hopefully we've not scared you all off, and you guys can still hear me, still see me, and still smell me. Alright, who else is still on? Shout up and let me know in the comments, and let's see where we can go for the next hour. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that whole section of the live stream. I think with the storm that was going on above me, it was just playing havoc, obviously, with Zoom. But now that we've lost Zoom, hopefully we can continue without any hiccups. You guys can still hear me, so that's good. Thank you for sticking around and dealing with all these sort of technical issues that we have to deal with. It's all kinds of fun. Do you want some cake, Jeremy? It's nice. It's from a local bakery that just opened up down the street from me. I saw them and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some cake. I've got like a whole cake to eat. I'm gonna take it home and give it to neighbours. But it seems like we are doing better now in terms of technology, which is great. It was nice to see Pedro and Andy. So even though we work together quite closely in terms of the blog, we don't get the chance to see each other that often. Obviously with lockdown and stuff, but because we're all dotted around the country and Pedro's over in Portugal, we don't have the time and the resource sometimes to catch up, so it's nice to actually see each other. It's just a shame that it wasn't quite as perfect as we anticipated, but hey, maybe one day, Jeremy, you can help me try and figure out what I'm doing with that, and maybe I need to get some sort of signal booster or something for the Wi-Fi, maybe, I don't know. But it is what it is. So as I was saying, we've had cake, we've definitely got beer. We definitely showed you some of Andy's favourite toys in terms of the gargoyling by Hack Toys. Andy isn't a big fan, but I am. I don't know if anybody has seen these or actually had the chance to handle these, but I am a big fan now that I've actually seen them and got them over here. We sold quite a few, which is really good. We do have a few left, so if anybody's interested, ping us, we can sort that out. But that's the best thing, like, we don't always have to like the same things. In toys there's so many different sort of genres and types of the toy that we're not all gonna like everything, so it's good that we've got different opinions. There was one question that Pedro was talking through about when he writes blog posts now, he'll go back and look at sort of blog posts that he's written previously on the sort of particular artists and stuff, and it's amazing how long ago he's kind of written about these things. And one of the things that I can think of is that, like 7 years ago, one of the first blog posts I wrote about was by Sergio Mancini over in Brazil, and it was his sort of now quite iconic sort of project colorway that he's sort of put on, like the Dunny, and now he's put it in the Tech 63. But it's just amazing that, like, 7 years ago I was writing about his sort of this project. I think it was the Devil project that he did 7 years ago, and now in 2020 we've got the sort of the fast becoming Tech 63 phenomenon. And we've got the project colorway, and it works just as well now as it did 7 years ago, and even more so on this sort of the tech platform. It just really works, and we were able to get a couple of these sold out editions, and they went quite quick, and I think we have 2 left, but I'm going to keep one. I think this is going to stay in my collection, so in theory we've got 1. So yeah, I love this sort of split work that Sergio did with his design, and it does work quite well with the Tech 63 Megatech. But yeah, I think this one's going to stay in my own collection. That is, yeah, shop owneritis. I mean, it doesn't happen often, just because things sell and I want people to have it. But if I really do love it, and I bought sort of 10 of them or whatever, and I'll snaffle one to myself and just try and find space for it. But then I do find, I think people will sort of like say, oh, do you have this again? And I'm like, oh, I've got it in my own collection. And then I end up selling that to them. So, yeah. But yes, the Tech 63. Thank you to Marshall and Kev to helping me get those. Helping me get those. Yeah. Let's not drop that. I'll put that down there actually. Do you find that's the same with you, Kevin, at Robin's Nest, that you will keep stuff that you sell? And actually, Jeremy, you sell stuff as well, so you probably... Yeah, I agree with Wicked. I'm mostly in to buy cute stuff, but really appreciate all the amazing work Kaiju and Monster does. That's all you need to do, yeah. You don't need to collect it, you just appreciate it. Lee, yeah, they have come in, so I didn't actually open any of the Mando or the Bobber, but they're ready to ship, so I'm going to ship those out either, what day is it today, Wednesday? I'll probably do another shipment tomorrow, so it'll probably be picked up on Friday, so I'll get those to you, Lee. Do you feel the tech market is too saturated? Well, you almost. Is it too saturated? Well, honest answer, probably. Was it saturated a year ago? Yes. But what I'm seeing is that people are still really, really keen on this platform, and they're putting out better, bigger designs on the tech. So I think there's one coming out this week by a Filipino rap artist. I think I need to check. I saw pictures before I went on, which has got the glow in the dark sort of skeleton frame. There's still a market for the tech. People are head over heels with Quicks. So what can you do if people are still wanting to collect and still wanting to spend money and still wanting to put that into the collection? It doesn't make any sense to stop. I think they've maybe reined it in a little bit previously. I think a year ago or so, they were dropping multiple a week. That's not necessarily the case now. I think it's like one a week, maybe. But they've definitely changed it up a lot. Now there's different heads, different sizes. I'm down. I probably wasn't a year ago. I was getting pissed off with it all, especially with the multiple releases, but it seems to have steadied out a little bit. Kevin, we almost always keep one of everything for display purposes and such. I'm not against selling some items if the customer seems more interested in it than myself. Yeah. If I had more space, I mean, I've got a little bit of space now that I've got this office, but I wish I had more space. Then I'd probably keep more. Lee, it's kind of the same with Soup Plastic, to be fair. Weekly drops are rough on the old finances. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with the difference between tech and the difference between Soup Plastic and tech are ready to ship. So Marsh and Toys are selling things that are ready. So once you buy it, you're going to get it shipped within the next couple of days. That's not the case with Superplastic, and I think it seems to be. I don't know whether they're struggling to keep up with demand, but they seem to be getting more and more pre-orders, less and less ready to ship, which is a shame, because they built up a huge sort of following, and people were getting really hype about things. But that's definitely, I mean, I've seen it, other retailers have seen it. There's been a dip in interest because of this sort of pre-order system that they've sort of implemented recently, when they definitely told us at the beginning, sort of April-ish time, that it wasn't even April, it was June time, that the pre-order thing wouldn't even be an issue anymore. It was all about selling what's in hand, and that seems to have stopped. So I don't know what's happening at Superplastic, but they need to sort of get things ready for release rather than sort of all these pre-orders, because people are getting pissed off with it. And once you start getting people pissed off, then you start losing sales, and it affects not only Superplastic but the retailers that are sort of trying to sell Superplastic as well. It's difficult. Like, I had to try and change things with them at best. Uber Junkie trying to put deposits down because it was an expensive piece and it's not going to be available to May. So people are either going to forget about it, and people are going to be left with, or retailers are going to be left with a lot of stock, or we have to do a deposit. And hopefully that definitely generated a lot of interest and sales for us. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. The pre-order thing just doesn't. It's not helps like people like Mighty Jacks. I understand why pre-orders have to happen, but I feel like bigger companies that are getting the money in, the people like Mighty Jacks, the people like Superplastic, have got the funding to be able to do it rather than through pre-orders. So why they're not doing that, I don't know. What kind? Curl Corwin, what kind of what? Let me know what you mean. But yeah, I probably have a lot of thoughts, because seeing it from a blogger's perspective and seeing it from a retailer's perspective now, it's two different worlds. And trying to make sure that I keep myself split between the two is difficult sometimes. But I think that's another aspect that makes us unique, in that we do see things from both perspectives that we can try and deal with. It is, Jeremy, it's all about communication. They definitely could do better on that front. Yeah, I agree. And I think as well, it affects, like Kevin at Robinson's Nest will probably agree, is that it affects retailers, that if there isn't communication coming down from the sort of companies, it's difficult then for the retailers to provide the updates to their customers. So it kind of sucks. As a customer who tries to support the small business guys like Robinson's Nest, it's definitely hard to wait for stuff when bigger companies get them first. Yeah, like, what kind of release are you thinking about there? I don't know. J Crez, let me know what you're saying. Speaking of at best, I got my hands on the Blackout Ono today, which I'm pretty stoked about. Oh, is that's the black version of Ono, right? Yeah, that was Kickstarter only, I think, wasn't it? I'm fully expecting them to do an Uber Junkie of the Blackout Ono. That'll definitely be happening, but we probably won't see it till 2022. But if we do get it, Lee, I count on you to buy it from us. I have the OG Ono, the 8-inch. Maybe I need to find the Blackout as well. But aren't they like $400? something like that for the 8-inch. It's crazy. The good news being the quality of the toys is some of the highest I've seen in all time collecting. Yeah, I mean, that is one of the high points of Suplastic, is that the releases that they do put out, when they do get in hand, they are some of the best out there, in terms of like QC, in terms of design, in terms of like just general quality is a lot better than other companies that are putting stuff out. So fair play to them. They are putting the money and energy into that, but not a big fan of the pre-orders. Superplastic still owe you a oh no from the first Kickstarter, Donna. That is probably like 2 years old. Did they not send you it? Oh, that sucks. Well, this is the thing, Almighty 001 on Twitch. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't mind waiting extra time for releases, but we're not talking about small companies anymore doing these. These are like Mighty Jackson and Suplastic have both got multi-million-pound funding. We're not talking about an indie as such that are sort of hand making these. So I think that's the difference. Is that these guys have got the money to be able to go and produce the toys. They don't have to pre-order everything and make people wait 6 months for a potential it to be sort of pushed back. They have super duper plastics. I seem to recall, actually, Donna, you saying about about the Suplastic Kickstarter, but it was so long ago, I don't remember the ins and outs of it all. But it sucks that they jeffed up your Kickstarter order and you never got that. That really does suck. That's a shame. Maybe you need to get Pete Fowler on the case. He's good friends with Huck and Suplastic and Paul. Maybe they'll be able to get you the figure back. Yeah, the FOMO definitely kicks in with the Summon Suplastic stuff. That is true, Kev. That's a great saying. FOMO. One release I did get this week, which I think you got as well, Kev, was... Let me try and... so I don't lose my mic. I've not opened it yet. Oh. The Slave to the Siren, the new colourway by RX, well, inspired by RX-7, sculpted by Carmeyer and produced by Martian Toys. The one thing I really like about this, and there's quite a few things I like about this, but the whole packaging, like, it feels quality in terms of design. So you've got the old Starbucks style sleeve with the RX-7 design on the front. And then when you open it, you've got the Slave to the Siren design. That kind of like is an insert, which is a nice touch. Then you got loads of foam, which is always good. Good. The piece in there. So I'm gonna get this out. I saw your question there, Kev, about the advent calendars. I'll come to that in a sec. but I just wanted to go show this. So this is the I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because it doesn't, the letters don't make any sense, but it's got that like patina sort of paint job on the sculpt. It's an amazing sculpt. Carmaya Osim did a great job on this. So many great little features. But yeah, it's RX 101 there. It is pretty metal. I think one of these might have to stay with me because it's, I need to find space for it, but yeah. Yeah, it is meant to be a Starbucks homage, and it works really well. I really enjoy that. It's some great details. It has some great potential, and it seems like there's going to be quite a few colourways as well. There's so we've had 2 so far. Puget Sound, but we've got the Adriatic Sea, the Black Sea, Irish Sea, Drake's Passage, Norskevet, don't know what that is, Arabian Sea, and Prince William Sound. So they look like they're potential colourways that are going to come of the Slave to Siren. So we'll see how that sort of transpires over the coming weeks or months. But they seem popular. If it wasn't for Dumpster Fire, the Slave would get my vote for Toy of the Year. Oh, that's some statement, that is, Kev. Yeah, the Dumpster Fire is by far the best toy that's been released this year. That's no doubt about it. The Slave is up there. I think Canbot would be up there as well. What else has been released recently? There's some other great toys, but the Slave is definitely up there. Sam, why isn't RX getting higher billing on this? Everything just seems to say it's inspired by him rather than being his creation. I don't know. I think it probably didn't help that RX disappeared for a long while, and I think that probably didn't help, but I don't know the full details, so I'm sorry, I cannot say. The B1 Spacer, yeah, that is another awesome toy that's been released this year. I've got one back there. I was going to get it out, so maybe I'll show you that soon. Kyle, what kind? Cake. It is vanilla frosting and cream. And I don't know what's on the front. There's like marshmallow. Oh shit, I've got it everywhere. Oh fuck. It's like marshmallow and shit. I'm just dropping it everywhere. I care most about cake. I care also about the cake. Roughman 1030, thank you very much. Happy 7th. Alright, 7 years old. It's crazy. Dressledges for the win. Pumpkin spice colourway. A pumpkin spice colourway of the Slave to the Siren. That would be different. Donna, have the Shock BBs arrived yet? The Shock spitting cake over the Shock BB blind boxes by Popmart and Instinct Toy have not yet arrived. No, they are hopefully going to be here soon, but I've been saying that for weeks. We are working with 2 distributors, both in France. Everything is super slow. Even when I think there has been progress made, I'm told at the last minute that things have changed, which is really annoying. So the Shock ones that haven't arrived yet, we'll hopefully find out more details next week. I got the Monster Art Labubu series. They arrived just before the live stream, but I only got 24 of those, and all 24 have sold, so I'm not even going to show people those, just because I've got to ship those out straight away. But I'm hoping I'll get some more again of those, and I'll be able to open some up and see the new Labubu. But then I was speaking to a guy today called Alan, and he runs a company called Mogic, Mogic, and they're basically going to be a distributor for Popmart in the UK, and they're going to have pop-up shops. So there's a pop-up opening coming up in November in Stratford, London. That's going to be like a pop-up Popmart shop. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to become of that. So Donna, you're going to probably love that as well. I have been invited to the grand opening, so maybe I can bring somebody along, Donna, if you wanted to come, but I don't know what the situation is with COVID and all that kind of bubbles and stuff, so it's not till the end of November, so we'll hopefully try and figure something out. But that's going to be quite cool. Yes, those blind boxes would have been great for Halloween, but not to be. 7 years, so many posts. What are some of the fondest memories on the site and in person at cons and such? The fondest, I really enjoyed one morning, I forget when 2015 maybe it was. I woke up at like stupid 6 a.m. or something, and I was looking through Instagram, and I stumbled upon an artist that had released sort of pictures of Mupa, M-U-P-A, and I just instantly fell in love. I actually got one up here. Here we go. So if you recall Mupa, just a great resin figure, like proper solid, simple in a lot of ways, but very intricate as well. I remember writing about them, and then since then, 2015, when we started writing about those, they've just absolutely blown up now. They've got blind box series, they've got multiple releases. So that's one of my fondest memories, is sort of getting in at the ground level with Mupa and sort of almost discovering those and sort of putting those out to more and more people and seeing their growth. That's always the best. What else? Who else has been a good that I've written about? I mean, any convention. I know, like, one of your the question was like fondest memories of conventions. 5 Points Festival in New York. So that obviously has been sort of stopped a little bit with COVID, but the first 3 years, there was 2 years in Brooklyn and 1 year on the west side of New York. 5 Points Festival has been by far one of the best conventions that I've sort of done in the 7 years, and it's just a shame that it was got scuppered this year. But I am looking forward, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, everything, we can get back next year, get back to New York and do 5 Points again. It's an amazing convention in terms of the people that are running it, but the actual convention hall and the location and everybody that sort of comes out to New York and the East Coast is just great. And I definitely missed it this year. It's a shame, but yeah. The biggest fucking hugs at 5 Points if it happens in 2021. Yes. And I know a lot of people are sort of doing like virtual conventions now, but it just doesn't have the same appeal. I'm seeing all like the designer con stuff, which looks great, and Ben and the guys have looked like they've done a great job in sort of doing something different, and I'm looking forward to getting involved and sort of watching that progress. But it just doesn't have that same feel about actually going to a convention and getting in that convention hall and seeing everybody and having beers with everybody and hugs with everybody. But it is great that they are doing something different. But hopefully next year, praying hard that we are back to some level of normality. I don't know. What else? Conventions. ToyCon UK has been growing and growing and growing every year. It's been great to sort of, I remember, well, Toy Chronicle actually sort of was conceived at ToyCon UK the first year. So I met Andy in the queue at 5 Points at ToyCon UK 2012, and we got talking with Evan as well, who was in the queue, and sort of over the coming sort of weeks we decided to come up with Toy Chronicle. So ToyCon has still got a lot of love from us, and we've got some big ideas. If we can, now that we did the convention in March just gone, even just before COVID sort of really sort of hit, we had a great convention, and it was in a new venue. It felt fresh. It felt like this could be a huge thing, and then obviously COVID hit. But hopefully next April time, when it hopefully goes again, we can do some great things. And now that we're really involved in the retail side of things, I reckon we're gonna have like a quadruple booth. It's just gonna be huge, and I can't wait to see everybody. Hey Candy. ToyCon is the best. Yes, as much as I love 5 Points, as much as I love Decon, ToyCon UK is by far the best. Honestly, I love it. The virtual cons are good to get toys into hands and funds into pockets, but nothing will beat seeing toys in person, and yeah, that is very true. It was still an awesome, even over COVID weekend. Very much so. Yes. We found some new pubs, some new places to hang out. I am so glad that we managed to do that as well, yeah. It was very on the cusp as well, if you recall. So I think ToyCon was the 14th and 15th of March. And I think like the 17th of March, the country was on lockdown. So yeah, it was on the very, very cusp. Yeah. So it has been a great 7 years. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can do in the next 7 years, because we've had so many ideas, and now that we've got like the retail side of things, we've actually got money to sort of think about doing things. We've got some, you can't really see, but we've got some cool exclusives and releases coming up over the next 6 to 12 months that we're working on with different retailers and production companies. So that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see those. The Spray Can Mutant by Jeremy Maddell and Martian Toys that are releasing this coming Friday. I think Andy wrote about those just before the live stream. So that's releasing on Friday. So that's the first colourway of this new Spray Can Mutant. So we're going to have a few of those, but we've also got 2 colourways coming of those. So I'm looking forward to getting our hands on to those. Zoom in. No, I don't think you can actually see it. I think you can see the bottom half, but most of that is just the advent calendar stuff that I've been working on. Door, I can tell you all the leaks, but that would just ruin it. So the advent calendar is coming together very well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 artists that are still working on theirs, so they're going to send it by the end of this week. But that means we've got 7 artists that have actually sent the work to us, and we've got it in hand. I've seen them, and they are amazing. Every artist has sort of knocked it out the park with their creation for the advent calendar. So there's 20 people that have bought these calendars. They're going to have a great December, basically opening those each day. And there's no doubt that somebody's probably going to rip them all open in one day, but we'll see. I'm going to pray that they don't spoil it to anybody. But Angry Hedgehog, Sam, your pieces are amazing. Ume Toys, his piece is just, it's going to knock people's socks off. I think people are going to be really happy with those. Muffin Man, obviously, he's created a really nice piece for us. Big C has done like a really nice baby fat for us, which I think people are it's very festive. Creature Cave, those are really great. Who else is in there that I've seen? Floor Toys, the Dutch resin magician. He's done a great job with his release. We've got a Tenacious Toys exclusive in there. That's gonna be. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait for December. I'm also working on a couple of other things that I'm hopefully going to be able to tie up before the end of the month, so I can get those in there. But yeah, I'm so glad I came up with that idea. Fifth Turtle is in the advent calendar, yes. Fifth Turtle is in there. He's working on a release for us, so hopefully that's going to be finished this week, and then he'll get it over to us. Yeah, I think people will share photos. I think it'll be... I think we're going to try and sort of set up some sort of a daily status on the Toy Chronicle Facebook maybe, and get people to share their images. Oh, hey, Mom! Oh, Mum, trust me, we've had so many issues with technology today. We've been live streaming for 2 hours now, and half of that was double streaming, but we got there. Thank you for joining, though. Yeah, Fifth Turtle is definitely growing in popularity, which is great. Carlos is a really nice guy, which I'm always happy to sort of push the nice guys and girls. Yeah, so the advent calendars are going to be great. Cannot wait to get those out. But they are going to be quite the task. So there's 20 people, there's 25 days, that's 500 individual toys. Yeah, so there's 500 toys in that advent calendar. So that's going to be fun putting all that together. This place is going to be crazy, but I can't wait. You were going to make another calendar available for me. Yeah, Kevin, about that. No, there's not going to be an extra. A few artists have sent extra pieces, but they're just for me and Andy. So what you gonna do? So I don't think you can see the pieces. I've hidden them away. They're around. Yeah, sorry, Lee. They weren't cheap, and it was difficult because obviously there's 25 days in the advent calendar, and trying to do a toy a day isn't going to be cheap. And I'm fairly sure there's no money to be made in this, but it was never about the money. It was about trying to do something different. But it just helps me sort of figure out what I'm going to do in 2021 and try and go bigger and better. And hopefully other people are going to try and do other stuff as well. So we'll see. We shall see. Robin's Nest Advent Calendar 2021. Yeah, exactly. Robin's Nest can do one. We can do one. Tenacious Toys can do one. And we could all just pick different artists to get involved. And then you can have like somebody who's bought them all and they're opening 5-6 toys a day. That's what we want to see. Alright. Alright. What other questions do you have? Oh no, don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, you should do an advent calendar for Halloween. That would be pretty good. That one. I think people would be down for that. 31 toys though. Whew. It's been hard just doing the Halloween Madness bracket every day. Trying to remember, keep on top of it. But it's been good. What's the average size of the toy in the advent calendar? The average size is probably about an inch-ish. Just a £10 a toy. Like, if you work it out to 250 quid, 25 days, it's £10 a toy. So the size isn't going to be huge, but it's not about the size. It never is. It's about the quality of work, the artists that have put the effort in. I think people, when they open it, people are going to be really surprised, even though they are maybe a little bit on the small side, but they're going to be amazing and people are going to go crazy for it. Kev, you've got a customer already. Julia wants a Halloween advent calendar. Yeah, you could do like 13 and invert the number. Sam, can you share any progress on the figure with eye break toys? Can I share any progress? In terms of pictures, no. In terms of where we're at, we've been working with Lisa and obviously Clutter, Josh and Miranda to decide on the first colourways. I think that's all been sort of signed off now, so that's with the factory to get them moving. So I don't think we're that far away from the first release. Do I hope it's going to be this year? It'd be nice, but it wouldn't be a problem if it is early next year. So yeah, so it is moving. Things are sort of happening with the iBreak Toys release with Clutter and Toy Chronicle, and I just can't wait to get the first one and get those moving. But once we have any firm details, any firm pictures, we'll obviously post that on Toy Chronicle and on social media and get that out to everybody. Hey Naomi, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we've all agreed that we're doing a Halloween advent calendar with Robin's Nest next year, right? I think that's the agreement. Robin, Kev, you doing a Halloween advent calendar? Okay, are we looking at some more toys? Talking of Halloween, actually, yeah, let's open these because I don't need that. But So move Mr. Mupp. Move the cake. Thank you, Donna. Have a good rest of the evening. Yeah, definitely let me know when you're going to pop around and you can pick up your toys. We can sort that shit out for you. So, that light's quite bright. So I actually bought all three. So we got the Pumpkin by CZ and Clutter that dropped over the last sort of 2 weeks. So there was 3 colorways. The first one was the Trick or Treat colorway with Clutter, which I bought for my personal collection. Then there was a second release that was with Iron Retro, the Play to Death. I was hoping that I'd be here for today, but it's still en route from the US, so I don't have that one to show you. And then the third one was the Collect or Die colorway, which was the retailer edition. So we had that at Toy Chronicle, Tenacious Toys had that, Strange Cat Toys, Rotofugi, and Shop Tag'em had them. But as you can see, I've not opened this one yet. This one came yesterday. So this is the Trick or Treat edition. So this was the Clutter exclusive. And this was the glow in the dark. So it's got the glow in the dark sneakers. It's got a glow in the dark design on the sort of the overall kind of thing. I think it's got glow in the dark eyes, the tears. So this is kind of like the grey. I don't know if the light is any good. The grey and the glow in the dark edition, and they're like what, 5.5 inches. Yeah, sort of like 5.5 inches. Oh, the hands are glow in the dark as well. Oh, so yeah. So we've got the glow in the dark edition. Then you can imagine what the Play to Death one would look like. It was the pumpkin orange with the white throw. And then the third one was... Oh, I'm not actually going to open that because that's... I've got one here. The one in my personal collection is the black and red Collect or Die variant with the blood splatters. I think they look great all together. Obviously with the Play to Death edition as well. I think it's a great platform. CZ's done a great job. I remember sort of seeing these over time sort of grow, and anything CZ touches right now is gold. It made it to the semi-finals of the TTC Halloween Madness bracket, just losing out to Vanza Toys. But Vanza did a great job of pushing it on social media. They did a great job. Lots of their friends joined in, which is what you need to see sometimes. So it was unfortunate CZ came up against that avalanche of votes from Vanza Toys fans. But yeah, these are nice. So these are for my own personal collection. They can sit with the can box back there. But yeah. These are £70 each. It was a real nice surprise. I hadn't seen anything about them until they kept them quiet until the very sort of end of when they released them, which sometimes you need to do. I don't think. I think they just worked on the background with like the Canbot obviously being the main focus this year, obviously with the Kickstarter and stuff. So this was like a side project that CZ and Clutter was working on, and it just kind of fell into place that it worked for Halloween. But yeah. Lee, I have bought far too many vinyl toys this year. I need to take. You don't need to take a break, Lee. Never take a break. Just keep on buying them. Speaking of CZ, any word on the Yaya? No, but yes, I saw that he posted a picture that he was working on them. So hopefully the Yayas, the custom one that you bought, and there was another one that was sold, should be done soon. I was hoping they'd be done sooner, but obviously he's had 2 custom shows and a whole bunch of other stuff going on, so they have been delayed. But hopefully we can get that sorted. I will speak to him this week and try and get those moving for you. So hopefully you can get that into your collection. I know you've got quite the Yaya collection. Did you buy the mooncake and the bean that released this week? The Halloween one, the bean, was quite. I think that's my favourite. It's time to put robinsnestcollectibles.com on the map. Hell yeah, it is. Robin's Nest Collectibles is. Go check them out. Go check them out on Facebook, on Instagram, their web store. Kevin and his lovely wife. I'm assuming wife. Did I assume marriage? I may have done. But yeah, you guys do a great job. Sweet. Mooncake and bean are on my to get list. Wow, they're heavy. I think Kyle's like an hour behind. Lee, did you use the spinner to get a voucher? Maybe you can get 20% off the voucher, and then you can buy the bean and the mooncake. Or maybe you might even win a coin. I think I might have given you a coin, actually. I don't know. £70. Oh, I see what you're saying, Kyle. Ha ha ha. 70 English GBP pounds, not weight. Bird nerds rule. Robin's Nest getting a lot of love. I like that. I like the bird nerds. I don't know where it is recently, but there seems to have been a recent influx of new retailers sort of getting involved in designer toys, and I've spoken to 4 or 5 in recent times, and every single one has been absolutely bang on. Like in terms of their approach, in terms of what they're selling, how they're selling, sort of building up a community. It feels like there's a real sort of growth of retailers sticking by each other, and it doesn't feel like people are sort of rivals. It just feels like everybody's helping each other, which is what I want to see. Because we've all had fun with rivals, but I think in this sort of current crisis that we're all in, everybody sort of trying to help out each other is the way to go, and sticking by each other and trying to make sure that everybody gets a slice of the pie, so to speak. Yeah, it's nice to see. So long may that continue. Lee, you got a sweet 10%. Oh, nice, 10% on 2 mooncakes. That's a decent chunk of change. Throw in some, like, maybe some Uber Jankies, maybe. That'll even make the discount even bigger. What else do we have that you could buy? You can just buy one of everything and get 10% off, and you'd save loads. That's what you need to do, Lee. I'll look forward to your order coming through. it definitely feels more wholesome than the Funko Pop seller days. Yeah, I think Funko Pop, it seems like a lot of these retailers that come through were Funko sort of sellers, and they've kind of moved on, like collectibles, like collectors do, onto sort of like more designer toys, which is great. But yeah, it seems like he's saying it's more wholesome, and I would agree. I'm taking notes. This man knows how to pitch a sale. Me? I try. If that is me, I do try. I'm going to eat more cake. Well, icing. Yes, you, me. Too bad I bought the song 3 days ago. What you gonna do, Carl? What you gonna do? One of everything, yes. We like each other more. I always like you, Kyle. I'm trying to watch 2 chats here. Even though I think... Oh no. I don't know what's happening. But I've got Twitch stream. And I've got a YouTube chat. But I seem to be seeing everything, so that's fine. The toy scene is a friendly art scene. Yes, Rick Straw. No, it is. It's good. It seems to get friendlier and friendlier every year. I don't know whether that's... I don't know where it is, but... Robin's Nest. So I saw the thing on Clutter about a brick box that came in. Someone here might know something. I think Kyle might know something, and I tried to get information out of him yesterday about this brick box, but I was met with a brick wall, and not in a good way. So we're going to have to wait and see what comes of that, but I am looking forward to seeing what Clutter and Kyle have knocked up together. Brickbox. Almighty, you need to go check out Kyle Kerwin on Instagram. I think you might be able to still see it. Let's have a look. Putting Kyle on blast. Let's have a look. Kyle Kerwin. Yes, if you go, you've still got 3 hours. You've still got 3 hours left of that story. You'll be able to check out. It's only boxes, but it's worth checking out, because I'm excited to see what they're doing. Roughman, I respect your beard game. Thank you. It needs a good wash and a good cut, but trying to get into a barber's nowadays is very tough. Julia, have the Pucky Balloon babies come in yet? No, they have not. I don't know if you saw or heard earlier, we have got some of the new Monster Labubu art series that came in, but they've all sold already, so I'm not going to even touch those. But I'm hoping next week we're going to get more information from our French distributors on the Pucky Balloon Babies and also the Pucky Halloween series. I believe we might get some of those, but everything just takes so long. I might have shown off the proto a while ago, is all I can say. Does that mean it's on your Instagram page? Let's have a look. Oh, yes. There it is. He posted it in January. Yeah, so guys, go hit up Kyle's Instagram, and you should be able to try and find the brick the brick figure. Ooh, I'm liking me that. Oh, I didn't like this back then. I'm gonna like it now. There, you got an extra like. Wait, there was 3 or 4 questions. Are you going to put any more beard colour? No, it was too hard. It's okay when you've done it the first time. So Clutter Maz did it the first time last year while I was over in New York. But then it was a lot of hard work. I don't have the time, I don't have the energy to re-dye my beard. But it was fun whilst it lasted. What was the next question? Dor, any ideas if you're going to have the Sank Park series? I hope so. I really hope so. Those are some seriously impressive Sank figures, like completely on a different scale to their sort of usual stuff. So like their usual stuff is really nice, sort of clear resin and sort of really nice figures. But this new park stuff with the rockets and the gumball just seems to have taken Sank into a new atmosphere. It's going to be great. So they are going to be released at Singapore Toy Show. I think there's talk of each one being 199 limited edition, and there's going to be 100 each at the STS, and then the other 99 are going to be sold worldwide, and hopefully we've done enough to be able to get those. I would imagine there's not going to be many, so there's probably going to be like 3 or 4 per retailer, but I do hope that we can get those at some point in the near future. It's probably going to be, I would imagine, December at least before we can get those. Fingers crossed. With the new office, you guys accepting internships, how does that work over in the UK? There is not enough room for an intern in this little office. It's a nice office space. It's not glamorous. We are surrounded by accountants, which is great. They keep themselves to themselves. They're probably wondering what the hell goes on in this little office with all the deliveries I get each day, and all the Nickelback that I play. But there's no room for an intern. Plus I like to do everything myself, because then I know I've done it right, and often I don't do it right, so we'll see. But yeah, maybe in a year's time we'll see where things go. The next question was, did you get into the mousy little rock and wave from Pop Mart? No, but I think I know what you mean. But no, I never got into them. I think I only got into Pop Mart this year when I started sort of... Actually, I don't even know how I managed to get the Pop Mart stuff. I must have kind of fell upon it before ToyCon. And then every single... I've fallen in love. Pop Mart just put out amazing figures. But I didn't get the mousy little rock, no. Kyle, is this by any chance the collab that was teased by Clutter on the Kanzi platform? And then Kyle said, it's not the collab, but there is still a collab. No. So, Kevin, you need to go find his post on the Instagram. Go find it, and you'll see the brick figure. Yes, it will be a crazily insane small amount of allotments. That's why I think it's only going to be 3 or 4 per retailer, which is in some ways good, because that means people will spread the load over multiple retailers, and it means that they're more likely to sell out, which they will do anyway, because these pieces look amazing. But yes, once we get information on those new Sank Park figures, we will let you know, because we want them as well. Pop Mart has some crazy interesting stuff. They have some really great stuff. The Pop Mart, I've got a wall of Pop Mart figures, blind boxes behind the camera. But yeah, I love the Pop Mart stuff. I need to get more. I was saying before to Donna and Dora, I think you saw about the Stratford pop-up shop that's going to open for Pop Mart in November. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that brings to the UK. Yes, another company with Insane QC. They do have some really great quality control on their releases. Like you don't often see any issues, and the amount that they put out as well. Because they're not just putting out like Labubu, they're putting out Pucky, they're putting out Yuki, they're putting out Molly, they're putting out their own stuff. They must put out like 100 series a year. I think if you went back and looked through them all, so then you've got like all the Harry Potter stuff, you've got the new licensed stuff. They're putting out shed loads of figures, and I feel like it's working well. I mean, obviously it's working well for them. They're making probably billions of dollars over in Asia, and now it's sort of spreading even more over to like in America, into the UK. We saw recently Mind's Eye opened up a place in I'm going to say Toronto, in a shopping mall, and they've got one of those robo machines. So it's like a vending machine for Pop Mart figures, and I want to get one in the UK. I think having one in the UK would be amazing. Like if you knew there was like a mall or a shopping place in London or wherever, and people were going and you could just put pounds in and get Pop Mart figures, people would go crazy for that. But yeah, Pop Mart are the upper guys. They know what they're doing. And the thing is, well, they're blind boxes. You're not getting that many dupes because you're buying a pack of 12 and you know you're not going to get a dupe in those 12. And I was hoping that's where Superplastic was going to go when they dropped down to 12 figures, but it doesn't seem to be the case with them. But I honestly believe that would be a winning solution for any sort of blind box series. You know you're going to get the full series, except where you might find like a chase figure, and then you need to find like the other common figure, but that's going to be easy. But people are going to buy a case that way. It's just easier. The vending machines are going to be all over the place. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yeah, the robo shops in Canada. Yeah, that was the Mind's Eye. I saw a PowerPoint with about 8 different locations of those robo shops in the US. I think most are going to be like in LA, California way, but yeah, those are going to take over. Yeah, they're like Gachapon, but bigger. Oh, Julia, I've gotten many a disappointing paint job with Tokidoki, but not Pop Mart so far. Yeah, I mean, we were offered Tokidoki, but I don't know what the market is like in the UK. But the Pop Mart stuff, yeah, like I said, is just been crazy in terms of QC. It's what we want to see. It's what anyone deserves. Like if you're buying an art figure for even just £10, you should be getting a great art piece with a great finish. That's not always the case, though, unfortunately. Right. Oh, I tell you what, I do need to show you before. Let me just take this off a second. so I can get it. Get out of the way, balloons. There aren't a lot of Tokidoki retailers in the UK, no, I don't think. Maybe there's a reason for that. So I need to show you these figures. Let me move pumpkins out of the way. So we were sent the 2 new stinging duck figures. I don't know if the light is... I feel like the light might be too bright. I don't know. So these are the 2 new stinging ducks by anonymous rat. So the guy Max sent me these 2 as a for a review. So I'm going to open these and let you know what my thinking is on those. But he was tracking the shipment over, and he kindly paid the customs fees before I even knew there was a custom fee. So he just messaged me like, "Oh, they're ready to be delivered. There was a custom fee. I paid it." No one's ever done that before, so I really appreciate that. Thank you, Max. So there's 2 new colorways of the stinging duck. So there was 2 before. There was the GID, and there was the original OG colorway, and now there is the banana yellow and another GID peach glow. So these are both limited to 150 pieces worldwide. You can buy these on anonymousrat.bigcartel.com, and I think there's a few other retailers. Kevin, do you have those at Robin's Nest? Maybe. So oh, Robin's Nest is carrying these, so if you are looking to make a purchase, Google Robin's Nest collectibles and you will find these. So the first one is the banana yellow. I don't know if you can see those. Let me know if the light's too bright. But it is a mix between a stingray and a duck. And these are vinyl figures, and these are 3.5 inches tall by, I must say, about 5 inches wide. They're just kind of like those toys that you kind of like, you didn't realize you needed until you saw them. But yeah, that's the banana yellow. And then there is the peach glow. So this is a glow in the dark version, and this is like a rainbow color, like blues to purples to pinks to oranges to yellow, and it works so well. And then it's got a pink glow in the dark. But these, so these are both 150 pieces a piece each. I think they're about $30. I think it's a great price for these particular figures. Each comes obviously boxed, and you've got the number of each release. But yeah, Stinging Duck, they do a great job. They do everything right, like exactly what you want in a collectible. Nice packaging, the packaging's safe, like you don't get banged about. And the figures are great too. I think I've got some OG and some GID ones over there somewhere. But yeah, I'm very happy with those. They'll sit in the collection. One day you'll carry a sick Rick Straw colourway. You spelt colour wrong, mate. It's got a U in it. Yeah, I'm going to test out the GID on that. I'll test it out at some point. Yeah, they're nice. They're happy toys. The toys that you can look at and be like, oh, they do make me happy. So Rickshaw, are you saying you're getting a colourway of the Stinging Duck? Not the Queen's English here. Nah. Not the Queen's English. I don't think so anyway. Oh. My voice is going already. Well, we have been talking 2.5 hours, so one day, yeah. So, are you going to get a Rick Straw colourway of the Stinging Duck, or are you talking a colourway of any toy? Because I'd be interested. I want to see what you're doing. Let me know, Rick Straw. So yeah, I really like these. You've got a stream and cake to finish. I do have cake to finish. Maybe this is what I need to soften my throat, is just eat icing. It's good cake. Creamy, yet tasty. I've got cake everywhere now. Marshmallows help with... Oh, I was tempted to eat that marshmallow, but I feel like I've just been eating it for about 3 days. It's quite a big one. So, I'll save that for later. I need to take that cake home, there's loads of it, and just slice it up and give it to every neighbour. We've got 38 neighbours, so hopefully some of them will eat it. Put all those to one side. Alright. Hit me up with some questions. Any particular questions you may want the answer to. And I can see what I can do in terms of providing that to you. It's your best time to get an answer. Oh yeah. Oh, request that. Fitted hats or snapbacks? Fitted, but I am going to say that the new Tramps hats are snapbacks, but they are great. So I'm representing my good pal Keegan at Trampt. But yeah, fitted hats. Most of my hats are fitted. I've got a big head, so I need a big fit, but yeah. Who are some of the... so this is 2 questions that have been asked. Jeremy, who are some of the artists you think are on the cusp of breaking out? And then Lee asked, any artists you've seen that have caught your eye recently? So that's pretty similar questions. Who has put out recent work that I can think of. I'm going to go with a UK guy, and he's probably still watching. Sam, I don't know if he's here, but Angry Hedgehog. So we received his advent calendar stuff this week, and it's flawless resin, perfectly cast. Small figures, but I've seen his bigger work. And if you don't know Angry Hedgehog, go find out his Instagram. It's Angry Hedgehog Toys on IG, and he's doing some great work at the minute, working on some sort of robots that have got joints. Like he did a release last year for ToyCon where you had it had sort of like a key to unlock all the joints so you can move it. Oh, Sam is still here, so now he's going to be like, oh. But yeah, Angry Hedgehog Toys is, I can't wait to see what he's doing. I don't know if you saw he put out some sort of like miniature figures of popular culture series, like there was Thundercats, and there was let's have a look. Instagram.com/angry. Did you hide them? Oh yeah, Power Rangers, Turtles, Thundercats, and then I think there was a weird Star Wars one that you'd have to really know Star Wars to probably get that. But if you check out his Instagram, they got those, and it's going to be like I don't know how far you've got on those, but it's like a little figure that sits in like its own themed machine. But yeah, we need to blow up Angry Hedgehog's toys in 2021, I feel. That boy's got a future. Yes, you've got new robots. I like the look of those new robots. Almighty Thundercats ? Either is that a question of who are Thundercats, or is that a question mark of like Thundercats? I don't know, but either way, you need to figure out who Thundercats are first, and then you will appreciate what Sam's doing with them. Who else has caught my eye recently that's done stuff? I see so many. My mind goes blank. I'm gonna have a quick. Who has caught my eye? Oh, great! The Great Brain stuff. Everybody's getting hyped up about those. Oh yeah. Oh, Almighty was like, Thundercats is my number one fandom. Almighty, you need to go check out Instagram.com/angryhedgehogtoys, and then scroll down, and you will see. I'm gonna say Pantera. No, that's the band. But you'll see it anyway. If you need a reference, you can check out the awesome blog called The Toy Chronicle. Panthro, that's Pantera. Oh. Rickshaw. No, I meant my own toy. Oh, we're going to see your own toy, Rickshaw. Okay, that makes more sense. Yes. Fat fingers aren't working now. My fat fingers are working just fine. Alright. go back to questions. Kevin, vinyl or resin? Oh, I am going to say I don't know, because I like them both. They've both got awesome qualities, and I've got a lot of toys that are both vinyl and resin, and I just don't want to split them up. So I don't know for that one. Lee, I'm loving the stuff the Cool Rain Labo and Bakuns are putting out from South Korea. Yes, Bakuns are the guys that are putting out really sort of cute figures. Actually, we just posted about that, 8 hours ago. The baby deers. Yeah, Bakun. I agree. Okay, so I have 2 questions. Actually, no. I have 1 question. I'm going to go for a break. Are you still going to be here when I get back? If so, let me know. If not, I can just close this live stream down. We've done 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. Kevin's going to be still here. Rick Straw's still going to be here. People are still going to be here after I go for a wee. That's what I want to hear. Julia Eastwood, I agree with back one. I'm expecting a baby deer in the post soon. Alright. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. I'm back. I did wash my hands, but I did also get a new beer. Thank you for sticking around. I turned the light down a little bit as well, so hopefully... Oh, you can see my new background light as well. So it all goes pink. But I do have it... I didn't put my microphone back on. Put that back on. There we go. Boom. You can change the colour. Ooh. I'm easily pleased with technology sometimes, as you can quite obviously tell. So, late night with Garrison. It's not actually that late. It's only 5:30, 30 past 5. We're into the late night session. I'm glad you like the intermission music, Almighty. That was my personal choice. Fave brewery. Oh, actually, it's probably this one. In terms of beer, Vedant put out the best beer in the UK. I mean, there's a lot of good breweries in the UK, but Vedant are one of the best. Time for the not safe for work. Fuck yeah. No. I need a potty break video for my stream too. I only realised I can do that. I've been playing around with Streamlabs, and I think I was like watching somebody else on stream, and they had like an intermission thing. I was like, oh, I can put that in there. So quick slide, and in we go. Yeah, if you like your IPAs, Lee, Vedant, the one to go. Deya, Deya, are up there as well as some of the best. Galaxy Wells, they're a local brewery to me. They're about 5 minutes away. They are also very good at IPAs. Alright, so we're in the not safe for work section now. So we're going to go with any NSFW questions, and we'll see what we can answer. We'll see what we can answer. I've got loads of toys everywhere. What's my feelings on the naughty versions of Disney characters popping up lately? So we've seen the Dirty Snow. So that was the Snow White version with Strange Cat toys and In Prime We Trust. So that's almost ready to be shipped actually. What other releases have we seen? Did we see a Ariel? Maybe that was just 2D. I mean, it is a little bit weird, but art sometimes has to be weird. I was a big fan of the Dirty Snow. I think it's well put together. It's on probably the cusp of sort of the right side of naughty. I think it works really well. We sold a few. So yeah, I think I'm a big fan, Jeremy. What are your thoughts on the naughty versions of Disney characters? A Wood Awakening, yes, that is definitely another one. Pinocchio, the Pinocchio, one by Juice Case, and Mighty Jax. That's definitely on the naughtier side. I think that's hilarious. I think it's, yeah. I got the stay-at-home version that arrived the other day. Unfortunately, it's broken, but Mighty Jackson's looking to fix that, so hopefully I can be able to display that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Wood Awakening. I am not a big fan of milk stouts. No, I don't like stouts. Full stop, Rick. I don't like coffee. All those sort of tastes. On a related note, on a related note, Ghost Boner by Brian Ewing is super underrated. I absolutely agree. Ghost Boner. If you've not seen Ghost Boner, you need to go check it out. It is. Let's try and find Brian's Instagram because he needs recognition. Brian. It's Brian Ewing, all one word. Oh no, yeah, BrianEwing. Going back to Wood Awakening, what was broken? The neck. The neck was broken. Nothing else. But I think I could probably. I do have a picture somewhere where I managed to. The hole in the head perfectly sat on the Wood Awakening's wooden aspect. Let's see if I can find it. When did it? It's probably about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's before then. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see the head perfectly perched on his wooden appendage. Appendage? Is that? It's definitely a word now. Gondek does have some rad exploded Disney characters. Yes. I do love Gondek's work, but trying to get any piece of that is always going to be insane because his work goes far too quick, which is a shame. It is incredible. I mean, it's not incredible that it arrived broken. That is unfortunate, but it is incredible that it just slotted right onto his thing. So, what was the least favourite piece you reviewed this year and why? Oh, I don't think I have a worst. What was least favourite? I don't think I have a least favourite because it doesn't always have to make me happy. It just has to make somebody else happy. And I think everything that I've written about, I'm always somewhat happy about it. And I think you can probably tell my level of enthusiasm when I'm writing. But I don't think I have a least favourite piece that I've reviewed this year. Kevin, when are we going to see a TTC custom show? We've done them. We did a wrestling one not too long ago. Custom Mania 2017, I think it was. We did that, so that's a few years ago now. You're so diplomatic, Gary. I try to be. I think I've got to be. Because I don't think it brings any joy to anybody. Me sort of going, oh well, that's just shit. That piece is absolute, because it's not to somebody. It's always gonna, like I said, make somebody else happy. Let the hate flow through you. No, the hate's not flowing through me. But back to the TTC custom show. I want to do a custom stabby show. You know the Greg Corolla stabby figure. There's quite a few artists that have them now, so they're working on those. So I'm hoping to do a custom show at some point. And obviously, I wasn't expecting COVID to hit. So I don't know when that'll be, but we are going to do a custom show at some point and raise some money for London knife crime, but I don't know when or where, but we'll figure that out in the near future. Speaking of wrestling, who did I pin for that title sitting behind you? Oh, the WWE Championship belt. I think I won that in Dallas in a over-the-top match, Royal Rumble. And I think I threw over 8 participants over the top rope out of 30, which is on level with like Roman Reigns, if we're being honest. I think we may have all been drunk, but perhaps Roman Reigns is always drunk. Who knows? I respect that. I think there's something for everyone out there. I guess I should have phrased it as what's something you liked at first, but after sitting on a shelf, you're like, nah, not for me. I don't know. Like I said, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. I don't know. I think I have to really love the piece for it to sort of get into my collection anyway. If it makes a collection, it's probably always going to be in the collection. So I don't really know. That doesn't help. I apologise. WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or AEW, WWE. Always has been, always will be. I mean, I do watch New Japan. I've not really caught any of the AEW since it sort of released, just because I've been so busy with Toy Chronicle. But I see it growing, which is great. But WWE is always going to be my favourite. Going to like WrestleMania and stuff has always been sort of like a dream, and I've been able to do that in the last few years. Obviously this year it was sort of didn't happen because of COVID, but yeah, I love my WWE. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. So, as Kerry mentioned, the attack of the creature from beyond the Forbidden Island was a custom show we did, but we did it as part of a group of UK guys called the Toy Think Tank. So there's Uncle Absinthe in there, there is Robotic Industries in there, and Daniel Perry. So there's the 4 of us, and we were put on a show in Norwich, which was great, and we had some. That was 2018. No, 2017, 2018. It was a few years ago. But we put that show on with some great artists, put some 2D work and some 3D work in there, and we did it in a gallery in Norwich, and we had a great show. It was well attended. Loads of people came out and hung out, and that's what I want to do, but it's just expensive to do in London. So we were able to find a great venue in Norwich. But I do want to do more of those. Hopefully, when the world gets back to normal, we can do something. Any toy regrets, like bought it for a certain price and then find it half off later? No, because what I find, and I do this with everything, and I try and, like, if I buy something, like say I bought something for £100, I don't look for it again afterwards. I don't see the point to try and find it again, because if I see it for like half price, I'm like, yeah, okay, that sucks. Like if I look for a holiday and I eventually find the price I'm going to pay, I don't keep on searching for like a flight or a hotel after that. I'm like, I booked it now, I've paid my 300 quid, I ain't going to search for it again and find it for 150 and be pissed off. So no regrets. I don't have many regrets in life. I try not to have any anyway. New Japan is best overall. Yes. Okay, I'm going to take your word for it, J. Krez. I do watch New Japan in January when they do their biggest pay-per-view thing, their WrestleMania version. I forget what it's called now. But I do watch it. You need 11 to 13 for Kane or Undertaker status. Yeah, I'm never going to be a Kane or Undertaker status. They're legends. Wrestle Kingdom, that's the one. Yes, I do watch Wrestle Kingdom when that's on. I've had a few friends that have gone over there and watched it. It seems like it's a weird fan experience. It's obviously when you go to like the States and go to WrestleMania, like the fans are crazy. Whereas it seems like Wrestle Kingdom, everybody's very subdued and sort of very polite and enjoying the wrestling that's on show. So yeah, it's a different. It looks like it's a different experience. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll get over to Japan and check it out. Has anyone ever been to WrestleMania? Because I would highly recommend it. If you're ever thinking about going, when it's back to normality, it's worth doing. I think I did four in a row, and every single one was amazing. New Orleans as well, it got me the chance to travel there, so wrestling in New Orleans, it just works super good. Japan is super cool. Have you been, Lee? I do keep meaning to go, but it just hasn't. I think I spend all my money and time, certainly in the last 5 years, travelling to the US for WrestleMania, for Decon, for 5 Points, that I've never sort of had the opportunity and the money then to go, oh, I'll pop over to Japan. It just hasn't worked out. Japan treats it like a real sport, that's why. So they give the same reverence that they would give a boxing match on a baseball game. Nice. No, that makes sense. Whereas Americans just get drunk and... which is the same for baseball, the same for basketball, same for any sport, I guess, with Americans. Love you. Speaking of travelling, do you have anywhere on your bucket list you'd like to see? Where do I want to go back to Denver. So like Colorado's back on my bucket list. So I lived there for 3 months in 2012 before Toy Chronicle, and loved it and wish I was there for longer. It wasn't to be, but I do keep meaning to go back. But it's just one of those places that's really expensive to fly to, because it's a very business. It seems like it's a very business place to go. It's not like a touristy trap kind of place. So it is expensive to fly out there. It's expensive to stay. But I do plan on getting to Colorado at some point again in the future. Japan, I do want to go at some point. I don't know when. But yeah. Americans are indeed rowdy as fuck. Yes. But we love them. Except Donald Trump. We don't love him. Lee went to Japan last year and should have gone a week ago. Oh shit, so you should have been in Japan this year. Oh, sorry about that, man. That sucks. That does indeed suck. It's true, like, I would have been planning to fly to LA for Decon in, 3 or 4 weeks? No, actually less than that, isn't it? Kev, I'm surprised we haven't heard more from Mile High Safubi. Well, Mile High Safubi are the ones that did Tenacious Toys' new Danger Dog, and they... Can I say? Well, the Tenacious Toy exclusive is the Danger Dog for the Advent calendar, and so I've got them in hand, and they're good. The Mile High Safubi ones that I've got are good. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see once they start doing bigger pieces, how that goes. But the Danger Dogs are very, very nice. Yeah, there's the Glow Danger Dogs that Benny posted about. Did he post that publicly? He may have posted that in his group. But yeah, so there's GID Danger Dogs coming, and they look good. GID dogs. There is always next year, Lee. Yes. Surprised there isn't a Trumpster Fire colourway. Well, I think the whole dumpster fire is aimed at Donald, isn't it, Rick? So I think on the packaging, there is a image of Trump as a butt. Secret base over in Japan are doing some interesting stuff here and there. Yeah, I've always never got into the secret base stuff. I know Toy Terror, who was part of the Toy Chronicle back in the day, Rich, he was a massive secret base fan, but I've never got into it. But I see it on the precipice of like collections and stuff, and I always wondered more about it, but never got involved. Oh yeah, so I'm assuming, Julie, you're talking about the dumpster fire being inspired by 2016, but even more relevant now. Yeah, unfortunately it is more relevant now. It all sucks. All very much sucks. There's that been. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Hit me with your questions. I don't need that. Kaiju and Safubi can be tough to get into because of the limited nature of their runs and the already die-hard fans. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the things that sort of always put me off a little bit, is that trying to get hold of releases is always super tough. And if you don't catch it the first time, then it's going to be expensive on the secondary market. But I have caught a few Safubi pieces in recent times that maybe I always kind of think like Safubi is kind of the more mature aspect of collecting. I don't know how much that actually stands up, but maybe my collection sense is sort of moving into Safubi at some point, but I'm definitely seeing more and more that I do like. Outside of Dumpster Fire, what was your surprise breakout piece this year? I think anything done by Sank Toys, J. Chris. So anything Sank has done this year has been amazing. He's been putting out some really solid resin. Those divers are amazing, and he's been able to excuse me, he's been able to sort of manipulate that as well to work in different sort of, like the Fubi diver, the resin diver, the backpack boys. They're all kind of like just little changes, but they really work well. So anything by Sank is amazing. Any customizers that have caught your eye? Yes, Ghost Fox Toys have been really sort of hitting hard with their sort of customization, especially in October. I don't know if you've seen, they've done like a 31-day October sort of Halloween thing where they do a custom piece each day, and they've done some really amazing work through October. So yeah, Ghost Fox Toys. Any other customizer? Just like looking around, trying to figure out, like, maybe I should make lists beforehand of like things that have caught my eye. Maybe I could. Yeah, their Canbot custom. Brother Cider. I'm not a big cider fan, to be honest. J-Crez. I need to know people's real names. I used to work for a online football club, and it was all forum based, and so everybody just knew each other by their online username, and it just, like, for three or 4 years, it just became this thing where it was just their name, like. So it's always nice to know your real name. Their Parma Violet is on my alcohol bucket list. I can imagine the Parma Violet cider. Julio, there we go, Julio. Parma Violet cider is never going to be a good thing. Never in a million years is going to be a good thing. I'm going to just set this up, see if I can do this. Media source. New media source. Because people are talking about customization, and I can't share it. MV4. Oh man. No, wait. Is it media source? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's a shame. Question: what inspired you to start the WIS website? Shelf toy, collector and tow. Where are your plans for the next 7 years? My name is Kevin. So what inspired us to start the Toy Chronicle back in the day? So like I was saying, if you caught it earlier, so I met Andy and Evan. Forgot his name for a second. Evan back at ToyCon UK, the first ToyCon in 2012. And we got talking, and we wanted to. We'd obviously were big fans of Spanky Stokes. We were big fans of like Vinyl Pulse and Toys Revel, but we felt like there was nothing really sort of from a UK perspective. There was Toys Revel doing the like over in Asia. There was Spanky Stokes over in the States, but there was never anything in the middle doing the UK stuff. So we figured, let's do that ourselves. Let's set up something and sort of really focus on the UK market, and that's what we did. So we set up, and then we realised quite quickly that we were talking and writing about like more than the UK, but we've always wanted to really sort of big up UK artists and give them sort of the platform that they deserve. Because I feel like sometimes the UK guys don't get as much respect as they fully deserve. Like the fact it took John Paul Kaiser however long to win a Designer Toy Award in itself is just crazy. I remember, what was that, 2 years ago when he won, and when it finally happened, it just felt like a huge release of energy. The fact that he was able to get that recognition. So that was the whole thing, is just to big up the UK scene. And then once we started blogging and sort of getting involved with artists and building up a list of artists that we sort of wrote about, and finding more and more news, and Instagram was sort of becoming bigger around that point as well. We were finding more and more artists to talk about, and it just blew up. But yeah, initially the UK scene was the inspiration. In terms of like shelf toy collection, I don't have much. Well, I have quite a bit out behind me, like behind all the balloons and shit. But I still have a lot in storage. So we had some building work done a few years ago, and I moved all my art toys into storage, and then never really got them all out. So it was only when I got the office in July that I was able to sort of bring more and more out from there. And what's this? Let's have a look. I've just got an email from punk rapper and artist called Rico Nasty's. What the? Oh, Rico Nasty is and he's got a vinyl toy debut, Nightmare Vacation. It says Super Junkies, that's 8 inches. But they've not put it on the site yet. Rico, see if I can search it. Oh, there we go. Maybe I can share this. I can share this with you, right? Wait. I'm going to share this with you. Let me. Transition. Did that share? I feel like that didn't share properly. Why didn't that share? Anyway, that didn't work as I was hoping. So I'm going to come back. But anyway, so it looks like Super Plastic have dropped a new 8-inch Super Junkie by Rico Nasty. Oh, ships June 2021. Oh, dear me. Come on. We need better than this. Anyway. What was I saying? Go back to... I don't need Super Plastic there. Let's go back. Kyle, what sandwich did you have? Okay, so go back into the questions. Yeah, perhaps I can use IG stories. Maybe I'll do something next week when the Halloween madness is over. I've got an interesting bunny in the back. Do I have an interest? A Reuben. Oh, you cheeky monkey. These, Ryu, are they the interesting bunnies that you saw? I don't know. Every time I think of JPK, I flash back to that insane bidding war on his custom over back in Asia. Yes, that insane bidding war was for a 3-inch custom, which went for thousands. It was absolutely insane. I mean, all fair play to John Paul Kaiser. I remember the video. I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's a video of the auction, and just John Paul Kaiser in the background, quite evidently going, "What the fuck?" It was crazy. Ryu, those three are the Gujumon. So they're 12-inch Gujumon. I don't know if you can. It's too many balloons. Two of them were part of the Kickstarter, and then there was a third that they released. But they're very expensive now on the secondary market because they sold out a long time ago. So if you're looking to get one of those, good luck, because you're going to need it, because they don't come up that often. I want a Reuben sandwich now. All right. YouTube's done it. June 2021. Yeah, I thought that as well, Kev. June 2021. That's what? November, December, January, February, March, April, May. That's 8 months away. 8 months. Oh, that sucks ass. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Oh yeah, it probably was from the place that I went to. Oh no, was it the deli closer to the filming where the Hulk was, or was it closer to the train station? It is mad jokes. Why would you put something out there that's not going to be produced for another 8 months? I think, Kevin, you said it right. It's like they haven't even asked to have it produced yet. They can't have done. Maybe they've just done the 3D design and that's it. Oh well, I'm going to try and be positive. Try to be positive. Rick, yeah, Dokke has some really cool customs out now. Dokke did some great junky customs recently. That unsurprisingly sold out really quick. Kyle, yes, 8 months. Their new junky, super junky, is June 2021. It's like a disguised Kickstarter. Yeah, just do a Kickstarter. I mean, at least if you did a Kickstarter, it wouldn't be too bad. But I feel like they've stepped over the Kickstarter now. Jeremy, has there ever been a toy you've seen online that was okay, but in person was way better? Yes. And you know what it was? Did you see the pork mart, not the pop mart, the pork mart blind box series? So it was the little 3-inch blind boxes by Kaiju 1, Planet X, and Mechanoids Toys. I mean, they look great online, but they came through and they were amazing. Like, I'm super impressed with those. People are buying that. Good to know. Be right back. Going to add a bunch of stuff on my shop. There are so many toys that are better in person, yeah. Raihu, you're in Twitch. Let me try and find out. If this works, I can. Gujimon, Work and Slay, and Gujimon. Oh, what was the other one called? I forget what the other one was called. There. I typed it out for you. High voltage, that was the one. Yes. No, where is Raihu? Oh, yeah, I need to go back to. Yes. Yeah, the ones that we talked about earlier, the garglings by Acton Toys are so much better in person than the online pictures. I love these little things. How does your typical day be like? Yeah, Ryu, my inbox is always overflowing with crazy stuff. So we get, obviously we get emails through, we get social media requests, and then we also get the fact that a lot of artists don't email. So we're just scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, etc., trying to find release information. Now that I've got the office, I find that I get in here about 9:30, 10 o'clock a.m. And the first section of my morning's generally just trying to catch up with everything. And then I spend the next, it depends. Like, if I've got a heavy sort of shipments that need sort of catching up, if I've new deliveries, then I'll spend the afternoon sort of packing boxes and trying to get sort of 50, 60 boxes sort of packed up for the next day that will be picked up. So yeah, it depends what's on in terms of shipments, in terms of blogs, in terms of deliveries. Trying to keep on top of things is because we generally find that we have pre-orders, and then people order things that are available, and they'll also order things that are coming in 6 months' time, for example. So I've got to try and make sure that I keep things that people have ordered to one side. So just trying to keep track of where all stock is a fun job. Yes, that's why shops and galleries and conventions are so important to the scene, because people need to see things in person, and pictures don't do it justice. Yes, Ryu, these are the gargoline. So there's 5. We got those out earlier, so I still have them around because they're dotted around. So we have 5 of these. Now Andy's not here to sort of shit on them. We can get them back out. And maybe the light's a bit better. So we've got the pink. And we've got the rhinoceros. and they've each got a. So they're all like a. I forget what the. Was it an avocado? No. Aardvark? No. But they've all got a magnetic head and they've all got a helmet. So, as you can see. Just pings on there. Yes, every day is very busy. Emails coming in, emails going out, trying to figure out what we're doing next, how to, what we can do to make money, what we can do to create interest, what we can do to build a community and do things like this, do live streams. Whilst it's not always easy with technology, which we saw earlier today, it is quite fun to do and chat with people. Yeah, I love any toy with magnets, especially well integrated magnets. We like these helmets are well, like obviously the magnet works well, but it's considering like the sculpting of the head. The actual helmet just fits in perfect for each one. So even the hate that Andy has for these, there has to be some love for the structural sort of aspect of it. The goal for the next year, I don't know. The goal is to continue selling toys, put out some great exclusives, put out our own sort of production toys with Clutter, and then take it from there. I would love nothing more to have some sort of pop-up shop where people can actually come visit. A bit of a struggle now with COVID, but I still think it's a possibility at some point next year where we can have something in between sort of ToyCon and Christmas where people can still come and gather, and sort of it being led by Toy Chronicle, so we can get these toys in front of people. I think we have a great customer base that will buy toys based off pictures, etc. But it would be great to have them see these toys in actual person, and hopefully be able to pick up those. The engineer is spot on. It is. For those not in the know, can you tease some of the artists you're working with on such projects? Well, you may have heard we're working with I Break Toys. Lisa up in Scotland. We're working with her on a release that's going to come soon, hopefully with Clutter. What else? So, do you know the like the shard that Scott Tollison does? Like whenever he does a release, it's always US only. So we are working on an international release of the shard. Hopefully next month. Fingers crossed. So hopefully it'll give international customers a chance to buy a new shard that's coming up, and it looks amazing. I've seen some of the pictures of the samples that they did, and it's going to be great. So Scott Tollison's shard we've got coming up. What else? We have 2 colorways of this spray can mutant that's dropping. You know, we said earlier about the Jeremy Maddles spray can mutant with Martian toys. There's 2 colorways of that coming that we'll have. What else? We have a colourway of the Rejects by One-Eyed Girl and Martian Toys coming. That's probably going to be in January before that drops. We're just sorting out the final details. But if you're a big fan of those Reject sort of chocolate sort of characters that One-Eyed Girl does, then those are going to come in January. There is a few others, I don't know if I can say right now, that are in the pipeline that are being worked on as we speak. So hopefully those will be sort of available in due course. But yes, Lee, you probably want to get your hands on that shard. Yeah, it's tough. I think a lot of the US artists like Scott and like Collis, for example, don't want to send their, because the shipping's crazy, like in terms of cost and like parcels going missing and things. It's not easy. So I think a lot of those artists decide just to keep it internal in the US, which sucks for a lot of international artists. But we want to sort of step in and be that go-to person that we can help UK collectors, Asia collectors, European collectors get hold of those sort of must-have collectible pieces that are being released, and that's what we're trying to do. So we're going to try it with the shard. Hopefully it'll be a success. I hope it will be. It should be. So yeah, so once we have more details and pictures, we'll obviously share that on the TTC blog and social media and let you guys know. But yeah, and then yeah, so Kyle might know. You might need to tell us more, Kyle, of a limited handmade run of TTC stuff. Are we close with that, Kyle? I think we might be close now, right? What do you collect outside of designer toys? Nothing much. Beer, I guess, but it's not really collectible. I do try and find like good beer, but that all gets drunk and recycled. What else? No, just toys. Just toys. I don't have time to collect anything else as such. No, I'm trying to think. No, just toys. Yeah, Casey at One-Eyed Girl is another customizer that really, like you say, does knock it out of the park with her. Well, it's not custom work, it's just amazing sculpting work. Because a lot of her work is original, it's not really customization, is it? It's, yeah, she's on a different scale. I love seeing her work at like conventions. I love seeing her at conventions. She is such a great character, full of life, and it's I love seeing her. So yeah, I do miss Casey. The work, still trying to work out the belt aspect. Yeah, that's probably never going to be easy. Maybe we'll need to rethink it. Maybe we can touch base and see if there's something we can do on that. All right. Any other questions before I let these balloons off into the night sky? I don't know what I'm going to do with those balloons. I don't know. It felt like a good idea at the time. We shall see. Casey fits right in with this conversation. Oh, does she now? My views on rising interest of toys from Asia, especially China. Yeah, I mean, the Asian market, especially with like Pop Mart and stuff, has really exploded in recent times. I think it was always there, but I think with the help of Pop Mart putting it out into a more international scene has really helped. But you've still got a you still had a huge Asian market anyway. But it's good to see. What's your favourite TTC article of this last 7 years? What's the favourite one? I think the Mupper one, like I was telling you about earlier, is one of my favourite ones. What else is my favourite one? I'm trying to think what really caught attention. Oh, I don't know. There's so many, to be honest, Kyle. So many. I mean, I think we worked out we're doing about 3,000 posts a year. So we're at like almost 21,000 posts. That's some going. Trying to remember my favourite one. I can't remember what happened yesterday, never mind what happened 7 years ago. Francois, yes, I saw you picked up the arrow. Thank you. I'm glad you was able to use your discount code as well. That's good. Was it a particular piece or show that got you into vinyl toys, or how did you stumble upon the scene? So I stumbled upon the scene because my friend had purchased a Kid Robot Dunny blind box, which feels like for a lot of people that was the gateway into designer toys, and it was the I think it was the LA scene. It was the little who was it now? I forget who did it, but it was the little undead green and black guy with the bottle of liquor, and I remember opening it in a restaurant and getting that whiff, that smell of vinyl. And I just wanted more information, and this was back in 2009, maybe a bit before 2000, about 2009. So I got that then, and then I was collecting a little bit, so I was able to find bits and bobs around in the UK. And then when I moved over to the States, and I moved over to New York in 2010, that's when I really found out like Kid Robot Store, and sort of really got involved in sort of New York Comic Con, and was able to sort of interact with artists, and it just spiraled from there. And then when I got back from the States in 2012, that's when the Toy-Con was taking place, and obviously met with Andy, Evan, all those guys, and then really got hooked on John Paul Kaiser, and that was it then. It was just a case of spending far too much time, far too much money on collecting as many toys as I possibly could that I loved. Yes, Rick, you need to go find that John Paul Kaiser auction video, because it's worth seeing. It's crazy. Like, the amount that it goes up to is crazy. The balloons are full of fake votes headed towards a could be. China is notorious for bootleg everything. Do you see designer bootlegs ever being made? Yes. Do I see it? They're already been made. Oh yeah, Jeremy, it was a Nick Cohen Undead Dunny. Yes, that's the one. I've still got it in my collection at home. It's my zombie collection, and I love it still to this day. Designer toy bootlegs are being made every day, I would imagine. Like Cause, like all his stuff is bootlegged, and to the point where you can't really tell sometimes whether it's a bootleg. And I'm sat in some of these Facebook groups where there are checks being made, and there are people that will check after they've bought a piece and they've spent $2,000 on a piece, then they will check in a Facebook group. And I'm always looking at them and I want to call them out and go, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you spending $2,000 on a toy that you don't know if it's real or fake? And then you check if it's real or fake. And then you find out it's fake. But there are a lot of idiots in this world. But there are a lot of bootlegs in this world as well. So it's a difficult situation. I think we're finding it's more and more of the cause stuff that are bootlegged, but we are seeing some of the Asian artists. There was a artist, I forget who now, but they had a recent release that was bootlegged over in China, and they were trying to stop like people sort of spending money on these bootleg versions, but it's difficult because people sort of see them on Alibaba or not Alibaba, AliExpress. I forget what it's called now, but yeah, people still will see them, and they'll see them at cheap price and think, oh, that's a bargain, and not realise they're buying a bootleg. But always check before you buy. Yes. Rickshaw, cause bootlegs are just cause DIYs. I mean, yeah. I mean, we've seen that with Strange Cat using the bootlegs as a platform, and I think it splits a lot of people's opinions, because I think people are like frustrated. It's like, oh, well, you supported bootlegs by using a bootleg platform, but then you're also allowing artists to customize a platform that they wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity otherwise, unless you're spending big money to get that platform. So if you get an original and it's like, let's say it's $600 to buy an original, and then you're doing your customization work on top of that, it soon goes into the 1,000 plus price range. But if you're able to get a bootleg for $20, yeah, it's a bit iffy, but you're then able to do your customization work, and the price of the piece then isn't going to break the bank for a collector. So there's pros and cons to it, and I'm fairly sure there's arguments across the designer toy sort of social media aspect about those. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, as long as you're not being overly dodgy. Then yeah. I have a fake Elmo BFF cause, which is dope. Does its eyes sag? I don't know. Can you tell it's a fake? Share one drunk toy purchase story. There's so many, Rahu. There's so many. Most of my drunk toy purchases come at conventions, because I get way too anxious at those sort of places and have a few beers, and then by the end of the day I'm walking around going, I'll buy that, I'll buy that, I'll buy that, which is probably good for artists, not so much the good for my bank balance. But what else? I did buy this amazing piece of art this week from my good friend Sarah, which I showed earlier. This was a drunk purchase, and I love it. I love anything made by my friends. I don't really need to be drunk to buy it, but it sometimes when I'm at like 2 a.m. and I've had a few beers and I can't sleep, get on the old social media, see what things are popping. Oh, they never made a red companion. Alright, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a fake as fuck. Alright. I've got this much left of beer, you've got that much time, and then I need to head home, cook some dinner. So you've got 2 questions. You've got 2 questions left. Make them good ones. I was so happy I bought it, Kyle, to be honest. So happy. When it came up, I was like, yeah, I'm buying that. James Groman at conventions is fucking awesome. James Groman anywhere is awesome. But yeah, I do love James. I can't wait to see the Mega Sloth that Expanded Universe has done with James, and then there's also that other one that I can't remember. He did the recent one, the Monster Friend, right? What's that? I forget what it's called now. But James is behind that one. He did the sculpting. Oh, look at you two, Kyle and Julio. Who's your favourite up-and-coming artist? 5 up-and-coming artists to watch. Oh, 5 up-and-coming artists to watch. Okay, so one's not an artist, but they're a production company that I think deserves recognition for their up-and-coming stuff, is a Museum of Toys over in Indonesia. They're putting out some great stuff. I don't know if you've seen the Daru cans they did with Karak, but they've got some other stuff coming up that they've been sharing with me that looks great. Some Museum of Toys in Indonesia. You should go check those guys out. I think they're MOT Museum and Museum of Toys on Instagram. Number 2, who else is up and coming? Who else is up and coming that I can think of? Oh. Well, I told you, Angry Hedgehogs. Go follow him. So that's 2. Number 3. Oh man, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I got 2. That was quick, right? Oh, Dead Bear. Yeah, Dead Bear City. Dead Bear City. Yeah. DBC. He's definitely up and coming. The Toy Chronicle Bear. The Toy Chronicle Bear that he did. The Panda Jam. We did the lottery for it this week. They sold really well. I probably could have done a better job with those in terms of selling them. But I tried to be fancy for my own good. But DBC is definitely up and coming, so he is on that list. But I'd say Concrete, but Concrete is already up. Like with Noodle, is already up there. But I think he's been so busy with he's been building a house. He's been having a baby. Well, he hasn't been having a baby. His wife's been having a baby. And then trying to put out art pieces is crazy. So maybe Concrete, yeah. Who else is doing crazy good stuff? Oh, what's his face? He's London based, and I'm gonna say his name completely wrong, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Balkong Toys. I don't know if you've seen his Goldo. It's I think it's a representation of a rapper, and it's he did the OG colorway and he funded it himself, and he worked with a who did he work with now? Toy Zero. I forget who he worked with now, but Balkong Toys, I think he's going to do some great stuff. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, Floor Toys. Floor Toys was he was really building up a great following for a number of years, and then he went silent. He went travelling, and then he's recently picked it back up again. And I feel like he's got that love back for what he's doing. So Floor Toys, yeah, he's definitely on that list. You should see the Floor Toys Christmas piece for the Advent calendar. It is perfect. My idea when I was doing the Advent calendar and giving out a theme, obviously the Christmas theme, but what I wanted was a selection of toys that people could sort of display during the Christmas period as well. So like maybe they'd be usually in like a collection and it'd be fine, but like when it got to Christmas time, people would be able to get them out of the collection and sort of display them in the front room around the Christmas tree kind of thing. So the Floor Toys one is perfect. Yeah, Floor Toys is bang on. He's a really nice guy as well. Mm-hmm. Why do artists move on to their next art piece that quickly? Some just do a few colourways before moving on. I think people move on quickly is because they don't want to overstay their welcome with the piece. I think you can always, like we spoke about earlier about the tech, like you can feel like it's oversaturating the market, and I think people are worried that they want to sort of do a release or two and then move on to the next thing quite quickly because they don't want to feel like people are thinking they're sort of spinning it for more money maybe. So perhaps that's one of the reasons why they move on quickly. The Floor Toys Christmas custom you will see in December. We're trying our hardest not to share images of the Advent toys, just to keep it as a surprise as much as possible. I've tried so hard this week not to show you the releases that have been delivered because they are amazing. I want to keep them as secret as possible, so when people do open them, it's going to be a complete surprise. No worries. Thank you very much, HNY Bunchies. Thank you for joining. The calendar is going to be great. I can't wait for people to see it. No spoilers. I'm going to get a special letter printed and be like, please don't spoil it for anybody, so that the 20 people keep it to themselves. This is the first year, Raihu. I'm hoping it's going to be a yearly tradition. It was a relatively successful selling process. People jumped on it really quickly. We sold out of 20 advent calendars within about 3 hours. But the pressure is now on to actually provide a really solid calendar that people are really impressed with, because there's no point in them opening the calendar and be like, this is a bit not great. So what I want to do is I want to get these calendars out to the people, and then throughout December they're opening them and going, yes, this is amazing, and they're posting pictures and they're doing like social media posts and everything, so that people are getting really excited for next year. So next year we can sell like 40 of them, 50 of them, because we had so much. We sold 20, but we could have easily sold 40 that weekend because people were so interested. But like I said, the proof is in the pudding. It's about getting them out there and making them great, and get them to come back next year and hopefully sell double, triple the amount and make them really work. The pieces are going to be numbered, so the plan is, Kev, is so that everybody on the 1st of December is essentially opening the same toy. So they'll open it and they'll all have the same toy-ish. There's a few colourways, so there might be a few changes, but yeah, the idea is they're all going to open the same toy on the same day, and that's why we don't want people to spoil it, so that everybody's opening it and they're all surprised. Yeah, whatever we do again will be through the TTC shop, so the toychronicle.com/shop. Alright. It is so awesome, Julia. Thank you. Okay, so we're coming up to 4 hours. Well, yes, I definitely need some food now. So I'm going to call it quits. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Sorry about the technical issues at the beginning, but we got there in the end. We've still done a good 3 hours afterwards. That seems to go relatively straightforward. It's very much appreciated. We're going to do more of these, I hope. I've got the space to do it. I've got fun stuff that we can do. Don't forget to check out the Toy Chronicle Spin to Win. We've got the post on there so that you can go and find like a prize. Everybody's a winner, so go check that out. Yeah, the screen share didn't work. That didn't really work at all. No, the plan is to use Twitch, Facebook and YouTube is the plan, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. It was a little dodgy today, but it seems to have settled down. Thank you for celebrating our 7th birthday. I've still got cake, so I'm going to eat that. I've got a little bit of beer, but it's done. But we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. And we will speak to you, no doubt, very